here are some best practices that you can think of, especially you're looking at automation. You don't have a lot of automation right now, or you have very little automation, and you're looking at expanding that automation, right? In terms of conveyors or sorters or even robots. It would make a lot of sense to mark your SKUs as conveyable or non-conveyable. Similarly, sortable or non-sortable. Similarly, and now, robots coming everywhere, robotable, non-robotable, something like that. Because what happens is, the last thing you want to do is, make a small product or a big product, ride the conveyor. Technically, all conveyors have certain requirements, right? The box size has to be from this to this, length, width, and height have to be from this to this. And only if that requirements are met, you can, convey the product through the conveyor. Same thing, you can sort the product using sorter. I mean, it could be whatever type of sorter that you might have, big sorter versus small sorter, and even robots. I mean, the only difference between robots and conveyors is that, businesses, at least before, it used to change every 5 to 7 years, right? And now the change is happening even faster. Imagine, either your volume picked up, your scale, you're handling much bigger volume because your business picked up so much, or your business is changing, right? Before it used to be all retail, now it's all e-com, right? Before it used to be all cases you were handling, now you're handling units. That means your business changed. That means you have to change your processes. That means your layout has to change. That means if you had this, roller conveyors, imagine ripping that off and then redoing the layout completely, right? That's a lot of work and a lot of, it's very expensive to take it off and then construct in a new manner. And you may not be able to reuse the same thing. You may have to buy brand new conveyor equipment, right? So all those things are the drawbacks with the old school fix it, mounted on the floor, mounted on the wall, mounted on the roof, whatever that, conveyor, sorter, that's the old school way of doing things. Now, the robots are configurable. That means, you can quickly configure it, quickly program it, quickly, change the way the robot works. I mean, before it was going, let's say, from here to here, and now you want to change it. You can easily change it this way. And again, either it could be a guided vehicle, or it could be a, going by scanning the barcodes on the floor, or it's doing something else, completely automated, like a, automatic car or something like that, right? LiDAR-based, sensor reading, and then it detects all the obstacles and then finds the way and then keeps going. So, that's the robots. So it's very easy to reconfigure the robots, reprogram the robots, go and make it go in a completely different direction, or make it do something else, right? That's the appeal of the robots. And also the cost of all these sensors and, the electronics have come down significantly, and that makes the robots, affordable in a DC environment. And also the labor shortage. I mean, that's a much, much bigger problem. That's, making these robots come fast as well, right? So having said that, it makes a lot of sense to mark your items as a non-conveyable, conveyable, non-sortable, sortable, robotable, non-robotable. That means, you can, whenever you're running a wave or you're processing those items in your, WMS processes, you can mark that off, and then it can be, isolated as a separate carton or a separate thing, or you can remove that, or even, it could be a separate order, depending on however you're receiving the order. You could split that and process that separately and then ship that separately, or it just isolating that makes everything so much easier. So efficiency wise, you're still doing all the other things efficiently for your conveyable products, sortable products, robotable products, but the non-conveyable, the non-sortable, the non-robotable get isolated and then they get processed separately. You could have a non-conveyable aisle. You could have a non-sortable aisle. You could have a non-robotable aisle and have all those items slotted there and then process them separately, right? So that makes it easy because it's not coming in the way of the regular items and then creating a bottleneck. Isolating and then processing that separately makes it easy, and your regular items still go through the regular efficiency and whatsoever, right? So that's something to think about. So hopefully this is helpful, and please, share your thoughts and share your comments, and would love to hear from you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and also check out all the other best practices that we have in our YouTube channel. Thank you.